I were to mention only one step that can make you fluent in English, then it would be reading. Well, I am not talking about reading books, but I'm talking about reading anything in English. Whether you are interested in reading newspaper or you like to read articles or blogs or posts or you love reading books, it's completely up to you which one you prefer. But as long as you are reading something in English, it will drastically change your entire language skills, the way you communicate, the way you express your thoughts, the way you talk about anything. It will change entire thing. Sometimes I feel if I could go back in time and restart my language learning journey, and I'm someone who is a bit pressed for time, or I cannot follow every single steps to learn English, that is reading, listening, watching, speaking, writing, I cannot follow all of them, then I would be following only one step, and that is reading. Because reading is not just one of the steps you are supposed to follow to enhance your skill, but if you're someone who has been reading for a while with consistency, I'm sure you would have noticed huge amount of changes in the way you have improved, in the way your language skills has improved. A lot of people have asked me that how do you improve your vocabulary? How did you improve your grammar? How do you practice speaking in English when you do not have someone and you have to do it on your own? How do you articulate your thoughts in a better way? And the only answer I have is just by reading. Because reading is not just a habit. Reading is not one of the steps you are supposed to follow to enhance your language skills. But if you have been paying enough attention while reading, it will change your grammar skill. It will change your vocabulary. It will change the way you express your thoughts and the way you articulate your thoughts. It will change your mindset. So let me explain everything briefly, that how it changes the way you do everything. When it comes to reading, I'm sure you pay enough attention to every single word while reading. And when you come across to a new word, at first you might ignore it because it does not sound fascinating to you, or you may feel that this word does not make me feel that I should be using this word in my daily life. So you just ignore it. But once you are reading, you come across to that word again and again and again. And at one point you realize that this is one of the words I should know, because this is coming quite frequently in this chapter or in this paragraph, whatever you are reading. And in that way, you try to know the meaning of that word. Even though you are able to understand the context, but still, you try to know the meaning of that word, that what does it really mean. You go to Google and search the meaning of this word. And in this way, you improve your vocabulary while reading. When it comes to grammar, a lot of people have asked me this question, that which book have you read to improve your grammar? Which YouTube channel have you followed? How did you improve your grammar? I get these kind of questions pretty often. But let me tell you only one thing, that I have never ever paid enough attention to grammar. Even though when I first started learning English, I did use a grammar book, but I focused on only tenses and modal verbs, because in my opinion these 2 points are super crucial. You must understand, you must have the good understanding of these 2 points, tenses and modal verbs, because it will help you to talk about your feelings, talk about your daily life, and explain everything in simple words. So you must pay enough attention to tenses and modal verbs, and that's what I did. I did focus on passive voice and active voice, but still I am horrible at it. If someone asks me this question, that which rule have you applied, honestly I may not be able to answer this question, because I don't really know the rules. All I have learnt grammar is just by reading. While I was reading, I paid attention to every single word, that how am I supposed to construct this sentence, how this sentence was being constructed or being structured in this book. And I'm a kind of person who observe things a lot, so just because of observation I get better at it. And this is not a talent, I would say. It is one of the things everybody has. So if you are someone who has been reading every single day, and not even every single day but quite frequently, and you pay enough attention to every single sentence, I'm sure you will gradually get better at it. You don't even need to learn the rules. You don't even need to learn the structure, that how this sentence was being structured. You will grasp everything naturally. So please, if you are someone who is struggling with grammar, then don't worry about it. Just adapt the habit of reading. Gradually and very soon you will get better at grammar automatically and naturally without even paying enough attention to it. When it comes to articulating your thoughts effectively, I'm sure you all understand that we practice just because we want our tongue to be trained to speak this language, because we have never ever spoken this language before and it's completely different from our native language, from our mother tongue. So we want to train our tongue, and that's why we are always being told that practice, practice, practice. But let's understand that a lot of people are not comfortable practicing on their own. We all know that if we want to improve our English, we have to practice on our own if we do not have someone. But many people find it weird, awkward, and they find it a bit difficult. So don't worry. You can read anything out loud. That's why we are always being told that you have to read out loud. Whenever you get the opportunity to read, just read out loud as if you are actually speaking. But make sure that you are not reading out loud in public, because then it will bother others and it will also disturb you. But whenever I am at home, I make sure that I read out loud, because it helps me to train my tongue. Even though I will come across with so many new words which I have never ever spoken before, but I will be training my tongue to speak that how I'm supposed to speak. And if you feel that you are not able to pronounce certain words, you can go to Google and check the pronunciation, that how you are supposed to pronounce this or that word. In this way, you will be improving your pronunciation as well. And you will be training your tongue at the same time just by reading out loud. So if you have not been reading out loud, then make sure that from the next time, whenever you pick any book to read, you are reading out loud, so that you will be able to train your tongue and you will be able to speak English fluently. There is another thing I would like to mention, and that is very, very important, that whenever you are picking anything to read in English, make sure it is in your level, because everybody has different levels. Some of you may have B1 or B2 level, some of you may have A2 level. Okay, actually I'm pretty bad at levels, so let's not get into this. Some of you may be a beginner, some of you may be an intermediate English speaker, and I'm sure you know it very well that which level you have and what is suitable for you. So if you are able to understand at least 60 to 70% of that book, then this book is perfect for you. But if you think that this book seems a bit difficult to you and you need to go to Google every now and then, and you need to go to dictionary every now and then to understand the meaning of that word, then it's better for you to leave that book right now, so that you will not get frustrated. Otherwise you will be frustrated and you would never feel to pick any book again. Make sure that whatever you are reading is in your level of fluency. Apart from these things, whether it's enhancing your vocabulary or getting better at grammar or practicing on your own, reading is one of the habits that can make you a better communicator and someone who can articulate his thoughts in a more effective way and in a better way. So overall, we can say that if we want to improve our language skills and want to become a fluent English speaker, then whether we follow other steps or not, but we must follow this one step, and that is reading. But it does not really mean that I'm telling you to stop following other steps. No, not at all. Those steps are important as well. But in my experience, in my opinion, I've noticed only one thing, that reading is one of the steps that can change your entire language skills, and that's why I am emphasizing on this topic. That's why I want you to follow this one step so that you can easily get better at speaking. You can easily get better at communicating in English and speak English confidently. So that's all about this video. I hope you got some knowledge and information through this video. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. So please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye.